makahahadlang, walang maiiwan. Sama-samang lilipad, kamtin ang pangarap. Sa hamong kinakaharap, patuloy na aangat. Edukasyon para sa lahat, sulong edukalidad. Ito ang Masinlong School on the Air at mapakikinggan sa Serbisyong Putog Radio, DWSP 101.5 News FM.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your DJ teacher, Milo Mamaril of Kuto High School. Our subject is music. But before we start our discussion, our lesson, please bring your guided learning activity kit together with your notebook, ball pen, and of course, your paper. Our topic is music of Mindanao. Mindanao's music uniqueness reflects the various ethnic groups, musical practices, and fusion of musical traits. Despite the Islamic practices' dominance in famous social life, local religions' interpretations have allowed pre-Islamic artistic practices to flourish. In this lesson, you are going to learn the music characteristics and practices of Mindanao and what makes it distinct from Islamic to non-Islamic culture traditions. For your learning competency, you are expected to describe the musical characteristics of representative music selections from Mindanao after listening. And of course, for our objectives, at the end of our lesson, you are expected to, number 1, listen to representative music selections from Mindanao. Number 2, describe the musical characteristics of representative music selections from Mindanao after listening. And number 3, identify the cultural groups who influence the music of Mindanao. In Mindanao, Islamic and non-Islamic music has their unique orientation of cultural development, and it is known for their musical practices, both of which will be characterized as we explore their music through listening. Yes, of course, we will listen some Islamic and non-Islamic music as we go along with our discussion. So, what is the characteristic of music of Islamic and non-Islamic community of Mindanao? Let's go and migrate to Mindanao and try to study their music. Now, what is Moro music or the Islamic music? The Islamic community of the Philippines consists of ethno-linguistic groups which compose of the Mindanao of Cotabato, the Maranao of Lanao and Cotabato, the Samal and Jabamapun of Sulu Island in Cebuto and Cagayan, the Tausog of Sulu Islands of Hulo, the Yasi and Tawi-Tawi, the Yakans of Basilan and Sambuang. The uniqueness of the culture of their musical practices makes up the larger Islamic society in Mindanao, which belong to one single tradition. Similarities do exist in some vocal styles within the large society, but the theoretical concepts, function, aesthetic differ from culture to culture, and even from the village to village, belonging to one language group. Now, let's hear the vocal music of Mindanao. For your first activity, we have listening. So, here is the sample of Islamic chant. And another sample is you will going to listen and you will going to feel the chant of an Islamic chant.
Assalamu alaikum. سوف نبقى هناك كي يزول الألم سوف نحيا هناك.
So it's hard to appreciate and even interpret the song if you don't know the language or lyrics, the music you are listening. But if you are listening with your heart and feel the softness of the music, then you may agree to me. The Islamic chant is indeed beautiful.
سوف نرنو إلى رفع كل الهمم للمسير للعلا ومناجاة القمم. عطف على
So what is a chant? A chant is a lyrical rendition of different improvised tracks. And what are the famous chant styles? Number one, Lugu. What is Lugu? Lugu is a chant that are used in reading the Quran and other books in Islam religion. So therefore, you can hear Lugu in the mosque. So in the Christian, you can, this is the church. B, Kalangan. It is the song that they use for serenading loved one. C, Sail, Lansay. an important chant to be sung by the wife-to-be during the ceremony that talks about married life. And the girl, sacred song highlighted by quotations from the Quran. And bayok. Bayok is traditionally performed during wedding rites and rocking the baby to sleep. Now, bayok. Bayok is a Maranao term for lullaby, which is a chant style used in rocking a baby to sleep. Okay, don't be confused because what we are learning from now is a term. Okay, term for lullaby. Now, yaya is also a term, which is a song of dayakan to put the baby to sleep. So the same, sung in a relaxed, soft manner, soft and soothing while rocking the baby. What is non-Islamic music? So a while ago we discussed about the Islamic music and you have heard it, and now we will going to discuss what is non-Islamic music. Migrants and Christians. People who migrate to Mindanao are from Luzon and Visayas, were mostly Christians. Most of these settlers from Luzon and Visayas came to Mindanao during the Philippine Commonwealth under the American regime and in the 1950s and 1960s. While Moro and Lumad music are often featured in Mindanao cultural presentation, the people who migrate from Luzon and Visayas brought along their own culture. Now, there are estimated 2.1 million Lumads in Mindanao. So some of them are Subanen, Bilaan, Mandaya, Ikaonon, Tiruray, Banwaon, Kalaanding, Mansaka, Manguanon, Tibulik, Dibabawon, Tagakaulo, Bagobo, Ubo, and Manobo. So those were some of the 2.1 million Lumads. Known as non-Muslim and non-Christian, the orientation of their cultural development appeared to be toward the Muslim group. In most cases, language is the only differentiating element in ethnic culture, particularly among those which occupy adjacent and contiguous territory. Chabacano music in Christian Zamboanga has also flourished through the years, which is called liturgical music. Therefore, Chabacano is the language. Christian Zamboangueños sang this liturgical music. Now, Lumad. Lumad is a collective term for groups of native people from Mindanao. Now, for your next activities, you will going to listen and observe carefully the music. Then write the message on the music based on your own interpretation. Write your answer in your activity notebook after listening to non-Islamic music. Again, as I have said, non-Islamic music. A while ago, you have listened to Islamic music. And for this activity, you will going to write down your interpretation about what you will going to hear and write it in your activity notebook. So listen carefully. Title is Sanlibutan by ang Grupong Pendok.
matag ng minahan, tinatapon, lalaban sa lansangan, hadlangan pagwasak ng sanlibutan. Lalaban sa lansangan, hadlangan pagwasak ng sanlibutan.
Okay, that's it. You may answer later in your activity notebook. What is the message of the song?
Sa lansangan, hadlangan pagwasak ng sanlibutan.
Now, let's see what you have learned in our lesson. For our assessment, this is our directions. Read and understand each statement. Choose the letter that corresponds to the correct answer. Number 1 question. It is a Mindanao term for a song in rocking a baby to sleep. A. Payo. B. Yakan. C. Lullaby. D. Kalangan. Yes, the correct answer is letter C. Lullaby. Number 2 question. Islamic song performed in wedding rites. Islamic song performed in wedding rites. A. Lugu. B. Sail. C. Yaya. And D. Bayo. Correct. Very good. The correct answer is D. Bayo. Number 3 question. Islamic song sung by the wife-to-be during ceremony that talks about married life. A. Maranao. B. Yakan. C. Muslim. And D. Sail. Very good. The correct answer is letter D. Sail. Number 4 question. Non-Islamic song sung in Chabacano by Christian Sambuangueño. A. Lumad. B. Liturgical song. C. El Galina Capituda. And D. Tuman. Excellent. The correct answer, B. Liturgical song. Number 5. What do you call the sacred song of Muslim? A. Dhikr. B. Quran. C. Chabacano. And D. Islam lullaby. Okay, great answer. The correct answer is B. Dhikr. Okay, that's end our today's lesson for music. Thank you, my dear students, for your time of participation. See you soon! Credits to District MAPEH Coordinator, Sir Ricky Yala. To our school head, Fernando M. Quedes. And of course, to my presentation editor, Sir Jojit Elementary. Thank you very much.